Starting with my undergrad, I did not have an idea that I was going to be a lawyer. I was actually an accountant, and I had a minor in sociology and criminology. I worked as an accountant for a few years. I got married, I had my first child, and I knew this is not what I wanted to do. I got involved with Father Boyle. I don't know if you know who that is. He does Homeboy Industries. He does a lot of incarcerated. He basically, what he does is he helps men who, maybe it's even men and women now, who were incarcerated. He helps them find jobs and come kind of back into society. And I did that through sociology and criminology. And it was very interesting. It was something that, seeing how just a little bit can really help someone in need, and just a little bit of guidance, something that comes second nature to you, or something that takes very little effort on your part, can really change another person's life, can change what they are, how they're going to act, what's the next job they're going to get, how their next interview will go. And that interested me. And I had just had my first child, and I decided that I was going to go study for the LSAT, and I was going to go and become a lawyer. So it was very different. I had great support from my family, thank God for that. And I went locally. I went to Loyola Law School. I graduated from there, and my first job was on the defense end, which is really interesting, which is completely, 180 degrees from what I do today. And being on the insurance defense end, especially, made me understand how little of a voice an individual has in whether they're injured, whether something just goes wrong in their life, anything that, any kind of harm that happens to an individual person. It's difficult for them to kind of get out there and have someone hear what's really wrong. So I decided to move from defense and move to the plaintiff side. I formed a partnership with one of the four partners here today, which is Boris Trezon, and we started a litigation practice for business litigation, contractual disputes, and also some personal injury. So we've worked together for 17 years, and with that, we stemmed to meeting Alexander Cohen, who I believe is Boris Trezon's classmate, and then Danny Abir. And we formed this partnership together, which has become actually a real home away from home for me. And as a mother of three, I can tell you a home away from home is a big deal. And that's what it has. It's become a family. We've become a family. Our spouses are close. Our kids are close. We love what we do. We like coming to work. We like talking to our associates. We love to meet and talk and progress with our clients. We love what we do. We do it because we want to. We do it because we feel that there's a need, a missing piece for people to have their story told, to have them be understood, and to have their point of view reflected against the bigger picture of life that they're dealing with. Because I guess the way we see people, the way we see a client that comes in, we see a very small part of their lives, and it's usually a part where they're very upset, sad. There's something that's wrong. You come to see an attorney because something is wrong, something is bothering you. You've had a horrible event that no one can help you with in your life. And meeting someone and getting to know someone at their weakest time or angriest time, or sometimes feeling very futile, that nothing can help them. It's difficult. It's difficult to see a person be that raw and be at least a part or a puzzle piece in having them kind of put that back into the real human that they know they were before, and maybe an even better and stronger person once they come out of the situation. And being even that small puzzle piece, it's amazing. It's an amazing time to be around someone and to see that come to fruition, to see that grow, and hopefully with our assistance. to them. There's a few different cases that are interesting on different levels. One was a very hard case because it was a traumatic brain injury. It was two younger one had the traumatic brain injury, but it was two younger males who went to a nightclub, who were asked who had left. The nightclub was closed. They had left the nightclub. They had asked to come back because one of them needed to use the restroom. The bouncers would not let them in, and probably being a little inebriated, one of them urinated on the side of the road, where the bouncers then came out and significantly beat him up. One of them was just pushed. He had a jaw injury and some neck injury, but no brain injury. He was fine. He was able to heal, and he was okay. These are young men, both of them. The other one was pushed to the ground. He suffered a traumatic brain injury. And the reason that I like to help brain injury survivors, and the reason I find that matters that involve traumatic brain injury to be so pivotal and important in today's time, is because it's growing. The field of brain injury is growing daily, if not hourly. What we're able to find out, the long run issues that an individual can have from a traumatic brain injury is something that we didn't know 5 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe even 2 years ago. The kind of hardships that they face as they deteriorate later in life is brand new, and people don't know that. And probably one of the worst things about brain injury is a lot of times your client, him or herself, doesn't know how it's affecting them. They don't know that they have it. They think they're fine. They think that they've healed because on the outside they look okay. They look like they've healed, given a scar or two, and they overcompensate because a human body, a human brain, we know how to compensate for anything that we have that we're lacking. And people learn how to compensate, and they feel like they're back to who they were, and they're not. And they end up losing loved ones. They end up losing the support of their spouse or of their children or of their friends. And a lot of times they're left alone, and they don't understand why. They don't understand that something's happened to them. They don't understand that they're different than what they were. And a case like that, where you're trying to help the person rebuild, but also try to educate them that it's amazing everything you've been able to compensate. It's amazing how great you've gotten from this injury. But you're not the same. You need help to get there. You need the help of a medical professional. You need help of people. You need help of vocational rehabilitationists. You need help of someone to help you get where you were. The balance of trying to congratulate an individual for how far they've gotten up in their healing process, but at the same time making them understand that there's so much more that they still need. It's a very fine balance, and you want to empower an individual. You want to empower someone in their time of need and at that very low time. But with that empowerment, you've got to educate, and that is one of the most important things that we do. And I think everyone at our firm does, is we educate our client. We make them understand what's going on. We are with them every step of the way. We want them to know what they've suffered. We want them to know how they can get better. And we want to help that come to the fullest, in the fullest extent. I do a lot of extensive volunteering. It's something I do with my kids, because being a full-time working mom, there's a lot of time that you don't have that a lot of other people take for granted. So we try to do things that are meaningful, but that involve my children. Thank you so much for visiting our website and listening to us. If you feel that ACTS could be your voice, we are here to help you. Please give us a call or visit us on our website. We're here to help.